Hello everyone, this is Static Signal here with another series. This time we're going into Hyper Light Drifter. This is just a quick intro video. If you are wanting to go straight into the action, go ahead, skip this video and go on to the next one. So, if you are familiar with my channel at all, you know this is a game we've already done. So, why are we here again? It's a great game and I like replaying it. I'm not gonna lie. Two, we've upped our quality a little bit, and there's been a couple of changes to the game itself. If you are familiar with my old series, the audio quality was pretty bad. We actually had a fan constantly running in the background. And we didn't really go in with much of a plan, just kind of played it and tried to go in with a no deaths run on a game that I was not quite good enough for. So, this series, what we're going to do is we're going to aim for no death, but realize it's probably not realistic. So, what we're really going to do is as few deaths as possible. If I can get no death, great. I haven't got that achievement yet. And we're also going to go look at all of the places you can get all of the pickups, all of the secrets, etc. Every one that I know. And we are going to see how well that works out. This is going to be played as if it is a new first-time experience. This is intended for people that either have never played this game or people that have played this game but found it to be a bit too much. When it first came out, there were a lot of complaints about the game being absurdly difficult or just not something that a casual player can do. Since then, there's been a couple of updates to the game. One, there's now an easy mode, and there's a couple of visual changes. The game now runs in 60 frames per second rather than 30, and it's a lot more stable than it was in either the 30 or the early 60 frame per second builds. Plus there's a couple of new pickups. Generally those are just things for upgrades. They're not new secrets. Just things to make it easier to get your upgrades sooner. But honestly, it's not going to be a problem either way, because we know where most of these things are at this point. But we're still going to be playing it as if we're a new player, so we'll be looking at all of the things that we discover, taking time to take in the great music, the setting, the world, and kind of trying to figure out what the story is on this game. One of the things that's unique about Hyper Light Drifter is that it is a game that has almost zero dialogue or text. The only real text or dialogue that you get is in the very short, very simple, how do I play the game things. Things like, this button does this, or this is how your gun reloads. But it's not, it doesn't tell you anything in the way of story verbally or with text. It's all done through pictures and even communicating with other characters. As infrequently as you do that, it's done entirely with pictures to describe what's going on. There's also the short cutscene video at the beginning, and the music tells a lot as well. Disaster Piece is responsible for the music on this, and they did a fantastic, great job. So, with that in mind, quick summary, we're going into this for anyone that has never played the game and wants to experience it. And we're going to explore as much as we can. We're going into this with a bit more skill than the typical newbie. We've beaten this game a couple of times now on hard mode, and we're going from there. And one last thing, a couple of requests from some of you. We wanted a camera to be frank, I think that kind of ruins the experience in a lot of places. So what we're going to do is when we are in a boss fight, we'll turn on the camera just so you can watch me stress a little bit. So for those that have never seen me, here I am. So I'll be right down here in the corner. All the action's going to be up there. Reverse camera. So we'll have the camera rolling. I'm going to be looking down at the screen, obviously, when I'm playing, but we'll be able to, you'll be able to see me sweat a little bit. So, with that in mind, continue on to the next video, and we will see you in the next one where we actually start the game. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.